All right, favorite part of the show, as far as I'm concerned, this is my pet shrub. I have no idea how I got this lucky with this shrub, but this is a Crimson Queen Japanese maple. It does me more justice than it should. A very, I think, I think sometimes people, it's a specimen shrub and they get a little delicate with them. They don't want that. You can't be passive with these. Um, you want to make them, give them that real oriental look, that real finished, polished look that the Jap maples deserve. Don't be afraid to cut. Don't get carried away until you know what you're doing, but don't be afraid to cut. Make sure you keep working them down till you get them where you want them. The tendency is to stop a little short on these. You can see, real easy to see how they grow. See that whole thing? See, there's what you do. That's all the way down here, but you lift all the way up and go all the way back down to the shrub with that. Here, any one you want to pick, just lift up as far as it'll go. See where it'll go, and just keep doing that at first. Any of the cuts that you can, anywhere you see bulk. Here's one. Look at this. See this? See what's happening here? See that? Of course you do. Cut it. There's not much to coach you on this. Go get a Crimson Queen Japanese maple though and put it in your landscape. I can sure tell you that. Every landscape should probably have a shrub or two like this where you just fawn over it, and this would be that. I love this shrub and I'm going to do it justice. I don't know how to tell you much about how to prune it except to what I just showed you. Keep working it back. And I can show you the after result, and that will always show you what's obtainable. Can't always tell you exactly how to get there, but I can show you that it's possible to get there, and hopefully you can translate that into your own gardening and all that. Learn how to use these things with some confidence. If anything I'm going to teach you, I want you to be able to use these things, because what you can do with them, it's like an artist with a paintbrush. You need to learn how to use these. And take one more look at that, Karen, so we can step back and get a good step back from it here. Can you see it with a Gold Spirea, which is going to figure in here too? Take a good look at that shrub, and then when we come back, wait till you see the difference of that shrub and how beautiful it is. Okay? All right, there it is. It's a pretty fun shrub to work on, and definitely a specimen shrub. The secret is get everything up so you can see that trunk. Look how lopsided that is. Look how far it grows off one side. I have no idea how that happened. I planted it. And every year I prune it, and I prune it quite aggressively, I know, but I love that flat look. And when everything's done, it just gives a whole different look. It looks like a table sitting there or something. I don't know. I just love the way it looks. Any of you guys that are going to get serious about gardening or any of the landscape at all, you got to work the Jap maples in there. Whenever you get the chance, I have only 3 of them on the property, but every one of them serve such a valuable purpose. So spend a little extra, find the right maples and get them in that landscape. They're beautiful shrubs. All right, the next shrub we're going to take care of. I want to talk a little about these. These are the Gold Spirea. I don't believe there's a landscape I did in my career where I didn't use these as an accent shrub. They're an incredibly versatile shrub, and you get that beautiful gold color. If the sun were out a little better today, boy, the gold just picks up off those things, and they just take your eye right to them. And you always strive to accent a burgundy shrub or an olive burgundy, whatever you want to call the maples here. Look out there, you'll see gold by the burgundy out there in the mound. Always when you get that burgundy color, okay, back here, camera girl. When you get the burgundy look, you want this gold. The gold actually can be an accent. You got to get it in there somewhere, and this is the best way to do it. Now these Spirea, every year, if you let them grow, they would get, they'd get way up and they'd get bigger than me. What I like to do with them, I like to use them as strictly an accenting shrub, which means I want them to stay small. And I want the foliage color. You'll notice that you purists out there already know what I'm going to do, because they're about ready to flower. And I'm going to just, this is going to be just sinful to people that have to see those. I'm going to see the flowers later in summer, but we're not going to see the first bloom. I guarantee you that. I want the gold foliage. Every winter or fall, toward fall, you cut them down just like you would a perennial. Cut them right down as far down to the ground as you can. And they'll start back up every year. And now we're into June, and this is what they look like. They're a little straggly. I wouldn't want to leave them like this. So I'm going to take the trimmers and I'm just going to lightly form those down into little balls. And they're going to accent this, especially when and if you put a fresh coat of brown mulch under them. Everything's good about these Gold Spirea. These are Gold Mound Spirea, and you won't go wrong in your landscape. I don't know where all this is zoned for, but I have to believe they grow anywhere, and you can't kill them. And when you see, here's the before, and I'll just do it. It'll take me just a second. You want me to just do it while you're filming? It doesn't take long. What you do is you just start around. All I'm going to do is have a circumference. They'll all look about the same. I just stand here and just put me a nice circumference. Probably could even do these with power trimmers, but I wouldn't. I mean, how hard's this? And they'll end up, the new color will be lime, but it'll be beautiful. And then you just, from there, you just want to take them, and of course, get that out of get the top, get all that out of your way so you can see. Then you just round them off. Angle those trimmers a little bit. There's that word again. Keep working them down. Don't panic yet. Get my good side. Good? Mm-hmm. Oh, heck yeah. So that's the Gold Spirea. I'm going to do the other ones. There's 4 of them in here. I'm going to go ahead and trim those, and I'll be right back with you. There they are. We're going now for this is a burning bush, a winged euonymus. If you don't, we're going to get away with murder with this shrub. I'm always going to be able to keep it below. It might get a foot higher, I don't know, but I'm never going to let this do what it wants to. And if you don't know how to prune, don't plant a burning bush in this situation. It'd be horribly misplaced. You can do a lot of things with these burning bush. My intent here is to just have a nice quick height here on the corner. I forget what we used to have here, but it wasn't working out, so I yanked that out, and I said, well, I transplanted the burning bush to see how I do with it. Very happy with it. This is the one shrub where it's very imperative to show that trunk. I'll expose that whole trunk, and it just looks beautiful. I'm sorry that I'm not going into detail. I don't know what to show you. I mean, if you want to come in closer here, let's try it. You know, your first cuts, like I say, you find the bulky parts here, but you're not even going to be careful. I mean, you just reach down there, that can come out. Look, you don't even have to be careful. Down here, look, watch this. That can come out. Yeah. Well, at first, who cares? Just get some cutting done. Find the bulk and just get the bulk out of there. Look, you can see the bulk. I mean, you should be able to see that bulk. You've got to get this thing down. Just random, I wouldn't say random cuts, but you know. So how do I teach that? I'm trying my best to show you. All I can tell you is learn it on your own. That's how I learned it. I made mistakes, sure I did, but little by little I made fewer mistakes. And it was never, this isn't indoor carpentry or something where you get, so what, you make a mistake on a shrub. So what, let it grow back and go back after it again. But learn how to use these so you can get your landscape to do things the way you want it to look. Don't let these shrubs tell you what they're going to do. Don't do that. You dictate to these shrubs, and then you learn what shrubs you can do what with. So when I just show you the before and afters, that isn't really teaching except to show you what you can obtain and how you can get to it. Now I've been doing it, I don't know, a long time since I had, now I'm not going to show them, since I had hair. And I admittedly made many mistakes over the years of pruning. Still make them all the time, but learn little tricks of how to soften them, and you will too. And the guys who know how to do this know what I'm talking about. You just learn how to do it and get after it, and your landscape will show. You'll reap the rewards of pruning. I'm almost wanting to apologize that I'm not able to show you exactly what cuts to make, but I can't believe that you won't learn them once you see the results and see what's available for you to do. Get a good set of pruners and start working with them. Maybe start out back. Okay. A lot of shrubs, you take that first cut, then you take the hand trimmers. We're going to trim it. Then there'll be a second pruning that will show up. Once you get it cut down fairly well, you'll be able to look in there and see obvious cuts then, and you'll take those and then one more very light grooming if necessary with the trimmers. So right now you just start shaping it up, and again, you're not going for the final cut yet. All I need to do is see how this is going to look when I'm done. So you just kind of, I always like to work the sides first. I probably have mentioned that. It's psychological, I think. And again, we're always going to strive to have a rounded edge up here, so you might as well start getting that worked in there right now. And if you're not real confident, you don't have to work fast. There's no reason at all to work fast. Once you get confident, there's no reason not to. But at first, you don't have to be a landscaper. I mean, just learn how to do this. And now you've opened up and you see what you're going to have. Always this stuff, agitating the wood and all that. Very obvious right there. Now you can start seeing the cuts. They start showing, look at this. I mean, obvious cut right there. Now you've got things out of your way, so you really can see obvious cuts. And then when I'm done with that, one more light over with the hedge trimmers, and we'll see how it looks then. Okay, there's the burning bush taken down, but that's the way I do burning bush. And even large ones, I'm not afraid to do. Make sure you get in there, and those burning bush, if you let them, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and you'll do nothing about it. You'll end up having to cut them almost to the ground, start over with them. They're fast, and that's been there now. Oh gosh, I think we're on like 7-8 years with that. That's been there a long time, and it's not going to get ahead of me. I guarantee. I don't know how it's going to end up looking, but it's not going to get ahead of me. And that's, I think that's the proper attitude to have, when you're trying to get away with one there. That's just supposed to be a nice shrub. Wait till you see that in the fall. Going toward autumn, that thing just gets brilliant red. Of course, it will, by then it will have grown this year's growth, a little more growth on it. And boy, it's just a stunning shrub in the fall. Okay?